Alright guys, hope you're all doing well. I've got a little bit of a tip for you all. I think you'll find it useful. I'm just going to demonstrate how I level 4 bricks, and the question is, should you hit your level or not? I'm going to start it right off the bat that saying that I am an advocate of tapping the level gently with the butt end of your trowel. I think there's nothing wrong with that at all. It does depend on a few factors, and I'm going to go over that now. I'm just going to lay 4 bricks and just go through a bit of my thought process why I'm laying, and I'm going to try and give you some reasoning on why I do what I do as best I can. Alright, let's get straight into it. Right, so basically we're just going to lay 4 bricks down here. Okay, I've got some bricks behind the camera, you can't see. I've got some training mortar, and we're in the academy. So bob our first brick on there, alright? We're not really bothered about gauge at this minute in time. Just trying to do a demonstration on why I use this technique with my level. So first of all, I'll get like a few bricks on. So just buttering my 3rd brick. And then my 4th brick is going on. Which you don't need to butter, lad. Come on, wake up. Right, so now we've got our 4 bricks. Okay. At most colleges, and I'm sure when I was at college as well, they used to teach you like not hit the level. Obviously we don't hit the level with a metal part anyway, but they're advocates of not hitting the level at all. So you're tapping your bricks down, tap, tap, tappity tap. Well, the problem with that is, because you've got your level in the middle of the bricks, you're going to be tapping the sides of the bricks down, aren't you? So you're going to be tilting them. Or if you're going to counter that, you're going to be tilting that side, and then say if I tap this 3rd brick down too low, okay, then I'm going to have to relay it, aren't I? So you can see it's tilting already. That brick's tilting this way. If I'm hitting that, okay, just pretend the level's there, because we always put the level in the centre. But then, so I've got that down a bit, but then these are still up, so I have to go along and then knock that down a bit, and then knock that down a bit. Can you see it? I mean, if you do this, good luck to you, but can you see there's a lot of faffing around with it? There's a lot involved, and you see there below that, oh, that's not quite down yet. Alright, and we are with a, well, the reading is good, and you can see I've tried to adjust them as best I can by tapping the bricks only, not the level. We're okay there because we don't want any gaps between our level and the top of our brick. Okay, so there's a bit of one there. So you can see I'm way off on that, you see. I've got a big gap under there, so I'm going to have to relay that. That one's fine. So that's the problem with it, do you know what I'm saying? It's hard to gauge, and you'll never get a good finish on your top bricks because, well, a perfect example there. I've knocked that down too far. Right, let's just take that off and restart it. So we'll start our process again. Right, now we know we're high again. One thing as well, just before you tap your bricks down or level them, make sure your tops are clean. So I just give it a once over like that. at an angle with your trowel. You know, if you want to go this way, never square on because you might catch the brick, okay? So it's a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to get my level now. I just said we've gauged that. That's our gauge brick. Okay. Now, when I'm leveling my bricks, I always put in the centre of the brick, okay, because we want to knock the centre down. Obviously, if you put it at the edge, you're not going to knock that way because all your pressure is going on this side of the brick, and vice versa. The back side of the brick, you're knocking that down. So, the centre of the bricks, all right, all nice and bonny. If you tap that gently down when your mortar is soft, what's the harm, right? Especially when you've got a good, decent level and it's a decent thickness. Right, we'll go more into the quality of levels in another video, but for now I'm just saying you can gently, I find no problem at all when you're tapping this down, okay, to your level line. The reason being is when you're doing it like this, you've set your gauge brick already, so that's right, we know that, and we're adjusting these 3 bricks at once to that gauge brick, all right, with a straight line. But our pressure's on our gauge brick here over this handle, and then we're just going to a couple of gentle taps with that pressure on. Till our bubbles in the middle. With doing it that way, right, we know that we've levelled all the bricks down to our gauge brick straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? And we did it all at once. There's no gap, no gap, no gap, no gaps underneath there. And that's the difference, which I think is why you're way better off hitting the level down gently rather than tippity-tappeting bricks down like that, like I showed you the first time round. That's why I think it's way better doing it like that. Couple of taps. There we go. Now that wasn't too aggressive on the level, was it? I mean, does it make sense to you as the viewer? Because if it doesn't, please, I mean, I'm open to new suggestions. There's absolutely no gaps here. We can see we can't get our trowel underneath that level at all. There's absolutely no gap, which is what we want. I mean, it's only a gentle tap, isn't it? You know what I mean? With that pressure, it's the pressure you're putting on. You're not like putting no pressure and hitting that. You've got to put the pressure on this with your left hand. Okay, so you've got to be over it. And then it's just a case of a couple of vibrations and it's down. I'm definitely an advocate for gently tapping in the bricks with your level, so you get a nice, clean, straight line on your top of your bricks. But you've got to make sure that your mortar is nice and soft, because if it's not, then you could possibly do damage to your level, because virtually what you're doing is when your mortar's really hard, you're actually just virtually knocking your level. You're not doing nothing to the bricks underneath. So I'm definitely an advocate for tapping the bricks down with the level, because it just makes sense, doesn't it? To me anyway. I mean, I know there's people out there that do it, but let me just say that I have never ever come across a bricklayer, ever on site or working with on a private job, that does not hit the level when they're doing corners or whatever, or plumbing up. I've never come across a brickie that taps each individual brick down with the trowel. You know, I've never come across it. So, and also I've never come across or had a level that's been bent by hitting it. So I would say do not hit the level with the metal part of your trowel. Please do not, right? Because that could cause problems. But again, don't hit it with a brick hammer, or don't hit it with a chisel or a bolster, you know. So it's common sense really. But gentle taps when your mortar's soft, for me, you cannot damage a level. To be perfectly honest, I think it's a college tutor thing, innit? Because when you're learning, you're trying to do everything by the book, you're trying to do everything correct, and you know, I mean, I was thinking, oh God, how should I teach people? But I'm thinking, I'm just going to teach people how I lay brick. All right, I'll just be as honest and truthful as I can, and I knock the level, so I'm going to teach people to knock the level. But I have a reasoning behind it, and I think there's a certain way you can do it. That I think it would be wrong for me to teach people, oh, you shouldn't hit the level, you know, and then because of this and that, you'll damage the level. And then, because I don't do it myself, so that would be wrong. A good point is, right, you know when you're learning to drive, and you're like, you're 10 to 2, right, and you're feeding it through, and you've got your handbrake on, and everything's belting, right, and then, as soon as you pass your test, you're rallying around like this, whoa, handbrake your turns and all stuff like that. That's exactly how it is, all right, so sometimes we don't adhere to the rules, do we? I mean, it's just in our nature. So I hope it cleared everything up, guys. I hope you learned something a little bit from this. I'll try and do more videos like this. Another note on the Academy is that I've scrapped the weekend course, the 4-day one. I've just made it a 2-day one, because if people are going to be travelling, then I don't want them to come down for a weekend and then travel back and then come back again. So I'll just keep it at a 2-day weekend course. So you can go check the website out if you want to book on. A few bookings and things are looking good. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the support. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.